us and our speakers here have a lot to share as the resources. So I'm going to jump right into it. We're going to have about a 3-minute presentation from everybody here. And we're going to start first with Laura Russell Jones from NAWBO, San Francisco Bay Area. Laura?
Thank you so much, Rodney, and all of you who have put this together. It's an honor and privilege to be here with all of you today. I only have 3 minutes, so I'll be very brief. I'm with NAWBO, the National Association of Women Business Owners. NAWBO was founded in 1974. We just celebrated over 45 years of the organization, which is really founded to help promote women business owners in their businesses. They span various industries, sectors. Doesn't matter if you're a small business, medium-sized business, or a major, larger corporation. The idea is really to provide access, to open doors, best practices, to help you really to become the most effective business owner and leader within the community. NAWBO also has NAWBO California, which is a federation of 11 different chapters throughout the United States or in California. And then also NAWBO San Francisco Bay Area, which is a chapter within the Bay Area. Really, it's a go-to source for education, inspirational, political advocacy, relationships, building those circles of influence. Don't want to get too much in the details, but the women business owners are certainly a force to be reckoned with and certainly growing. There's a lot of stats here that show the makeup of the type of members within the organization, successful women business owners, et cetera. We'll go ahead and skip on the next slide if you don't mind. I just wanted to give you a little bit more about the history of the advocacy aspect of NAWBO. 1988, it was really interesting. Women could not open a business loan without a male signature, as recent as that. And so NAWBO really helped to instigate so that women actually, and that could have been her father, her husband, or her 18-year-old son, which is kind of crazy. So NAWBO is a real advocate in making that a law so that women could get laws on their own. Just recently in 2018, the other advocacy is they really helped business owners or women to be on the boards of directors of California, publicly held California companies. So again, that's part of the advocacy to help strengthen women's voices within the community and within their own businesses. Next slide. Oh, there we go. We have a range of various programs and benefits for members, and that's including networking events, conferences that have best practices. We offer a lot of programs to help women who are interested in either being on corporate boards or just want to learn some business skills. Union Bank sponsors an annual event, recipients of the UCLA Business Entrepreneurs Program, of which you can really hone your skills to be more effective business owners and leaders. I don't know if my time is up, but do I have any other slides? Okay,
thank you.
There we go. So there's our contact details as well. If you want to have more information about our monthly events, we do have a couple mixers and events coming up. So feel free to check out the website or contact us, and we're happy to help you and introduce you and welcome you.
Thank you, Laura. I know this is brief for everybody, and we're gonna make sure we share all of these resources on our website, sfchamber.com, and in the chat here. Again, this is a really unfair that we have just a little bit of time, but there are so many resources available. Want to also make mention the Chamber of Commerce has a small business help desk on Wednesday. I'm hoping to have further opportunities with all of you. Next up is Bob Porter with Pacific Community Ventures.
Everyone, thanks, Rodney. We're better known as PCV, just the initials. We have been around 22 years. We are in the Bay Area. We're a nonprofit with 2 programs primarily. One is our lending program. We lend California-wide, although we have a heavy concentration in the Bay Area, particularly in San Francisco. We lend from $10,000 to $200,000 non-SBA loans, and we chose non-SBA so that we can approve as many businesses as possible, be very flexible in our underwriting. We're not a collateral-based lender, so we look at the loan holistically. We look to see what possible weaknesses could be offset by any possible strengths and make the decision accordingly. About 85% of our borrowers are women or entrepreneurs of color. Our second program is businessadvising.org. It's a national business advising and mentoring program. Small business owners, free of charge, can get access to a working professional that volunteers their time to advise them on any specific topic that they would like. Most popular choices typically are something around search engine optimization, online marketing, HR, finance, those topics, but we can do everything, including food product packaging labeling. It's always a mouthful to say, but we have advisors that can advise on almost any topic. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Thanks, Bob. Next up, Lucero De Leon from Renaissance Women's Business Center.
Thank you, Rodney. Hi, everyone. My name is Lucero De Leon, and I'm the new director for the Renaissance Women's Business Center and SOMA programs. The Renaissance Women's Business Center, a partnership with the U.S. Small Business Administration, provides business training, technical assistance, and individual consulting, where we give opportunities for our clients to meet with expert consultants and get help at all stages of their businesses. We also offer access to capital, where we partner with micro lenders to help clients receive loans, grants, and financial education, as well as access to markets, where clients are given a space to showcase their products to large corporate companies, promote and sell their products there. And lastly, networking. We give opportunities to network with other small business entrepreneurs to build community empowerment and support. And as you can see, our clients are 76% women, 75% people of color, 68% of clients who attend our program start a business, 94% of clients with existing businesses are still open and running. And as some of you may know, we are a nonprofit organization that has served the Bay Area for 35 years. We currently have 4 different sites, including the Women's Business Center in San Francisco, the Renaissance Baby Office, Renaissance East Bay, which serves Contra Costa and Alameda County, and Renaissance Mid-Peninsula in San Jose, which serves San Mateo County and Santa Clara County. And our funders vary from foundations, corporations, city and state, and national funding. If we could go to the next slide, please. And so our programs include comprehensive business training, such as the 10-week business planning class. We have our 8-week lean startup course, our 5-week Start Smart introduction to business. And so if you contact us, we can help you and guide you to the right service based on your business and based on the stage that you're in. We also offer a variety of workshops in marketing, finance, legal, social media, fashion, food, e-commerce. And we currently have many classes related to surviving the pandemic and helping businesses stay open during this time. And as mentioned, to network, we're offering quarterly Women Mean Business events and coffee and community daytime events. And we actually have a Women Mean Business event tonight from 5 to 7 if you're interested. And so you're more than welcome to visit our calendar at rencenter.org to see all of our upcoming classes and events. And yeah, for any questions or inquiries, if you need support with your business, need some guidance, help with all the COVID related grants, you're more than welcome to contact us at wbc@rencenter.org or follow us on social media. And then I also have a handout that I will be sharing with you all shortly. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much, Sonel. Next up, Bridget LeBlanc, San Francisco African American Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, and thank you for taking the opportunity to listen to all of our great presentations. I'm really excited about Small Business Week this year. So the San Francisco African American Chamber of Commerce is a nonprofit organization located in San Francisco, California. And we are about 48 years old. And as of today, there are over 400 African-American businesses in the city and county of San Francisco. We are founding members of the California Black Chamber, which is located in Sacramento, California, and also the National Black Chamber, which is located in the nation's capital of Washington, D.C. Next slide, please. I am totally excited about a program that we're doing with the San Francisco African American Chamber of Commerce. It is our restaurant and retail community program, and we are in partnership with Big Black Brunch, UCSF School of Medicine, and the Mayor's Office of Housing and Community Development. Next slide. This partnership is actually launched because retains Black-owned restaurants and retail businesses, which are vital to preserving the African diaspora culture and reestablishing a thriving Black business community in San Francisco. While the Chamber advocates for all African-American businesses, we recognize that one of the best ways to preserve African-American culture is to protect our food entrepreneurs and support new and existing businesses along vibrant and visible retail corridors. The Restaurant and Retail Program Subcommittee will be focused on providing safe space for our members to convene and share resources to rebuild our AA, our African American economic base. Another reason why you should join the Chamber. Next slide, please. The benefits of the program: we access a central information hub featuring resources and educational materials to help restaurant and retail communities with COVID recovery efforts and future growth. We are industry-specific technical assistance, one-on-one consulting and mentorship, procurement and supplier diversity opportunities, referrals to our extensive network of partners. Our corporate discounts are also provided. Our monthly educational webinars, we are in partnership with SFDBA in San Francisco and Sonoma, and we've also had financial bootcamp workshops as well for the last couple of months. So thank you for your partnership. We're also working on a partnership with the Golden Gate Restaurant Association as well. Our business is also featured in citywide Big Black Brunch marketing campaigns, and there's opportunities to provide input on San Francisco City and County policies which impact Black businesses. Next slide. So if you have any other questions, please contact our subcommittee chair, which is Vivette Brackett, and she's the brains behind Big Black Brunch and this particular retail restaurant program, and also as co-chair. Thank you very much. Our website is www.sfacc.org, where you'll find out how to join the Chamber. You'll find out upcoming events, and you'll see also all the historical pictures and how we've been involved in your community for 48 years. Thank you.
Bridget, thank you so much. And, all of these resources are fantastic. This is exciting for me to see all this come together on one Zoom.
Yeah.
Next up, Sarah Razavi from Working Solutions.
Thank you, Rodney. Thank you, everybody, for having me and having the panel here. We actually partner with a number of the presenters today, so really happy to be here as a lender. Working Solutions, CDFI, is a nonprofit community development financial institution, or CDFI. We provide small business grants and microloans of $5,000 to $50,000. We're primarily focused on startup and early stage businesses. We've been around since 1999, serving the 9 Bay Area counties, including San Francisco, where we are headquartered, and have had some amazing San Francisco-based businesses throughout the city. You have business owners who've worked with us in the Tenderloin, Soma, Sunset, Richmond, lots of businesses in the Mission, as well as Excelsior and District 10, where we now have a new African American loan fund. We are, again, a CDFI, and we actually have lots of capital to disperse. So I want to dispel any myth out there that there's limited capital for businesses, particularly if you're working with the CDFI. We're looking to work with you. We get our capital from various partners, including private investors, banking institutions, and also government, including federal funds from the Treasury and the SBA. Next slide, please. So what do we offer? We do business microloans, again, $5,000 to $50,000, and we've administered local funds for many counties. We just heard Sonoma was listed. We serve a lot of counties, including San Francisco, where back in 2009, we took a $500,000 seed capital from the city and county, and over time grew it to over $2.5 million, revolving, and that's how we work. We revolve the capital to close to $10 million provided to San Francisco-based businesses. Overall, we've served over 2,000 local businesses, and we provide, again, lots of products, one of which is a recovery loan product, and as well as small business grants. Both of these have come in very handy during all sorts of crises, emergencies, whether it be fires or earthquakes, and certainly this past season through COVID-19. We couple all of this with free one-to-one consulting. We're hyper-focused on financial acumen because as a lender, that's where we can support you most. Next slide, please. A little bit about the microloans and grants themselves. Again, $5,000 to $50,000, 3 or 5 year terms. These are safe, affordable, fixed interest rates. They have to be as a CDFI. We are mandated to be really mindful and a mission lender. We have no credit score requirement, no collateral required, and no minimum revenue. You can be pre-revenue to work with us. Our grants, we have partnered throughout the state as well, and particularly in the Bay Area, with lots of public and private groups to administer business grants to entrepreneurs. And we'd be happy to either partner with you if you're interested in that, or to support you in finding a grant that suits you. Our contact information is right there, workingsolutions.org or info@workingsolutions.org. Thank you so much.
Sarah, wonderful. Thank you. Next up, my good friend, Peter DeHaas with the San Francisco Disabilities Business Alliance.
Thank you, Rodney, and thank you, San Francisco Chamber, for hosting this amazing Small Business Week, and for Bank of America for sponsoring this. The San Francisco Disability Business Alliance is the new kid on the block. We've only been around since 2020. We launched right before the pandemic hit full force. As Rodney can remember, people were just starting to talk about the pandemic at that event, and it was fortunately one of the last major events that occurred before the pandemic hit. So we were very fortunate to have made it under the wire, as it were, to launch at such a pivotal time for our local economy. And Rodney texted me soon after our launch and said, "You better get ready, Peter, because individual businesses and entrepreneurs are going to need the SFDBA more than ever." The San Francisco Disability Business Alliance really grew out of my observation that systematically disability-owned businesses were underrepresented here in the Bay Area. And I really wanted to make sure that individuals who were seeking entrepreneurial opportunities, as well as existing businesses like Mazzeria, Design Trifecta, and Ability Hacks here in the Bay Area, received sufficient support. And like I said, we had to shift our gaze almost immediately and started focusing on assisting businesses with acquiring PPP loans and reorganizing their infrastructure for their business. We've also provided supports for young entrepreneurs like Rome Jones from the Bayview area, and connecting them with mentors and helping them realize their dreams. Also creating referrals to organizations like the Renaissance Center for Individuals, and providing educational opportunities. And we're really excited this year. We're doing the Bay Area Disability Entrepreneurship Week, October 11th through the 15th. It's the same month that Disability Employment Month occurs. So really, if you think about entrepreneurship, it is also an opportunity for individuals, particularly with disabilities, to think about self-employment and obtaining some autonomy and freedom to support themselves through small business ventures. So we'd love for any of you to get involved with the SFDBA or set up some time to chat with us. We provide, like I said, mentoring or one-on-one services to help refer individuals to the proper resources. I helped a young gentleman this week connect with Department of Occupational Rehab, and really seeing it through and helping individuals get the supports they need to be successful in the San Francisco business community. Thanks again, Rodney.
Thank you, Peter. You're doing great work. And you know what? Everyone on this panel, we're all connectors in some way or another. And I don't know if you feel this energy coming out of COVID, but I really hope and feel that the small business community unites as we are doing right now, and that we come out of this with even more opportunities for people to open or expand their small business. So thank you, Peter. Next up, Jennifer Da Silva, San Francisco Economic Development Association.
Thank you so much, Rodney, and to all of the panelists, and to Becca for putting this event on. I think that's a great introduction to the SFEDA. That's the San Francisco Economic Development Alliance. I'm the chair of that alliance, which is a collaboration of 18 different organizations, nonprofit organizations, micro lenders, CDFIs, community development financial institutions that all work together to help bring resources of different kinds to small businesses in San Francisco and across the Bay Area. I think to Rodney's point that he just made, COVID has really highlighted the need for the community, the business community and the nonprofit community serving our neighborhood businesses to come together and work together. That is what the SFEDA is all about. We are a collaborative of various organizations. We refer clients, businesses back and forth. A business might come to one organization, but might be served better by another organization in the collaborative. There are groups that make loans. They're in the collaborative. There are other groups that provide training. Some provide legal services. Some others help with business planning. But together, we are able to pretty much cover all of the bases. I think for the larger community, the SFEDA is a great place. If you're not really sure who can best help you, you can remember just one website, sfeda.org. Submit your question there, and our job is really to make sure that businesses find that we can find a business the right place for them to get help. It's a very confusing landscape out there, and so we're really trying to come together and identify what resources are out there and how to get people the resources that they need as quickly as possible. So sfeda.org, and thank you very much for the opportunity to participate on the panel.
Jennifer, thank you so much. I want to encourage folks to use the chat, and we have a Q&A section. When we get there, Kim, maybe you can help me run the question and answer portion of this segment. Next up, Meredith Garcia Abeso from the San Francisco Small Business Development Center.
Thank you, Rodney. Thank you for the Chamber for the opportunity of being here. It's a great resource. I'm excited to be here. So I'm Meredith Garcia. I'm director at the San Francisco Small Business Development Center. Who's the San Francisco SBDC? We are hosted by the San Francisco Office of Economic and Workforce Development. We're partially funded through the Federal U.S. Small Business Administration and the state of California. And we help small business owners. We have two core services. We offer one-on-one consulting, and we also have trainings and webinars. Everything that we offer, the resources are at no cost. You can access all of our trainings. And if you want to have a counseling session with one of our business advisors and experts, you can go ahead in our website, SFSBDC.org, and I will share that on the chat as well to access and schedule your one-on-one consulting. And you're looking for access to capital, having questions about the emergency relief programs, and you need assistance in one-on-one time with one of their experts, you can go ahead and schedule an appointment. Also, we have marketing, we have e-commerce, restaurants. We do have a great initiative helping restaurants as well, and international trade and other topics. And also, as part of the San Francisco Office of Economic and Workforce Development, we partner and make sure that we help our small business owners to reach out to SF Relief and other programs. Also, there is an excellent program in Project Equity, supporting small businesses and business succession, and also employee engagement and other business continuity support. This is just one example about how the SBDC helps, but we're here to provide all the resources needed. Once again, our one-on-one consulting and training, it's at no cost, and it's all for all of us San Francisco small businesses. Thank you.
Thank you, Meredith. Really appreciate that. Next up, Dr. Monica Hudson from the USF Gellert Family Business Center.
Thank you, Rodney. The University of San Francisco Gellert Family Business Center was established in 1999, obviously a popular year. Many of our panelists here also speak to that year. The Family Business Center at the university works in three specific areas. We celebrate family businesses. by selecting two on an annual basis, one in the hospitality arena and the other in the non-hospitality arena. You'll be hearing our announcement of the 2021 winners soon. We also support those family-owned businesses with a variety of services. I want to mention two. On May 25th, which is a Tuesday, we are going to be having our half-day virtual conference, New Roots, New Routes. That conference will go from 12:30 to 6:30. And one of the things that it will be discussing is our Next Generation Institute, which we are initiating in the fall as a certificate program for 9 months. It's designed specifically to look at issues that were just mentioned around business continuity and really helping the next gen come forward. And that leads me into our third area of focus, and that is educating the next generation. I do want to point out that in our School of Management, 70 to 80% of our students actually are connected with family businesses. And our entrepreneurship program, which is one of the many programs that they are interested in, is one of the top 20 ranked schools in entrepreneurship in the US. The center sees our role as helping with the continuity of the family business community here in the Bay Area through the three programs that I mentioned. And as a membership organization, we really want to encourage you to become a member of the center. To help with that, we are doing a reduced cost membership drive through the end of the conference on May 25th. And so really encourage you to explore the services that you see listed here. And I want to thank Rodney, the Chamber, Becca Bloom for coordinating this wonderful event, and all of the panelists and B of A who are supporting, really promoting the resources which are available to work with and support small and family-owned businesses. So thank you.
Dr. Hudson, you are absolutely right. It's about the next generation, and let's give them an opportunity to do things better as small business owners than we were. Next up is Stefan Ash with the U.S. Small Business Administration, San Francisco District Office.
Hi, actually, this is Miriam Zazunis. I'm presenting today on behalf of the U.S. Small Business Administration. Thank you for having me, and thanks to the Chamber and to all the organizers and my fellow presenters. I am representing, again, the U.S. Small Business Administration. We are a federal agency that's been largely in charge of the economic recovery up until this point. And I am in our San Francisco District Office, which is a field office for the SBA. We have current programs open, COVID-related relief, that small businesses are able to access. The Paycheck Protection Program is still open until the end of this month, May 31st, 2021. The Shuttered Venues Operator Grant and the Restaurant Revitalization Fund are also currently open, and you can apply on the respective platforms and gain information from the SBA website. The Economic Injury Disaster Loan and the Targeted Idle Advance are also currently open. There are opportunities for an increase in your idle loan, in addition to a targeted idle advance, which acts as a direct payment. If you have any questions of how to access those programs, my information will be in the chat and also on the next slide. I'd also just like to mention, tomorrow the SBA is also hosting another event as part of San Francisco Small Business Week. It's if federal contracting certifications are right for you. So if that's something that your business is interested in, that's tomorrow at noon. And I would also like to point to the San Francisco District Office calendar, which hosts events from our resource partners, many of which have been presented here today, who provide additional one-on-one support and webinars, which you can access through our calendar as well. And thank you again for having me, and feel free to follow up if you have any questions.
Thank you, Miriam. You know, it was great to finish with you. The SBA is doing so much over this past year, and I know yourself personally know firsthand what it's like to run small businesses, family-owned businesses, and so that's a nice ending. But want to thank everybody for attending Small Business Week San Francisco, for being part of this. Again, the energy that I feel from these groups here and putting them all on the same page or on the same blotter is fantastic. And so I really honestly hope that the small business community, while the backbone of San Francisco, has an opportunity to grow after COVID, have an opportunity for folks to feel ambitious and confident about opening businesses, maintaining businesses, encouraging others who've had the opportunity but were maybe a little bit afraid or weren't certain exactly how they go about opening a business. We had a great keynote speaker for small business, LaWanda Dickerson, who spoke about it's not just the business license, it's not just about making money, but it's about serving your community. And small businesses individually do that. They help other people. And again, we all on this call at least are connectors and want to serve people and serve our great city of San Francisco. So thank you very much, and happy Small Business Week.
Thanks, Rodney.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.